Hey guys, it's me Dave. It's 12:30, 2022. So I'm sitting here. It's a Friday night. Of course, I'm having a drink. Couldn't wait. You have to try to enjoy yourself every now and then. Try to relax, um, and stuff. So chill out a little bit. They're giving me heartburn. They're doing something in here where it feels. I don't know. It's so hard to describe. Where I'm constantly hiccuping, burping. It feels tight in here, and it hurts. It hurts. Today they were hitting my heart. It felt like I had a softball in my chest right here. It felt like I had a softball. I mean, I was ready to call for help. I know I always say that, and I don't call, but one of these days I will be calling. And they were giving me heartburn. This whole area was burning, and then they were hitting my heart. My heart was hurting. And then they did let me fall asleep, and I fell asleep until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I was up all morning, so it's not. I didn't sleep all day. I just slept a few hours, and and so they've been hitting this area. It's all tight in here. I don't know. It hurts. It hurts. Like my whole insides hurt. It's so hard to describe the feeling, but it hurts. Like my internal organs hurt or something, and stuff. And they've been doing that all day today, on and off. And giving me heartburn on and off. I'm like, honestly, you guys, I just want to go to the hospital and lay there. Just send me to the hospital, and I'll just go there and I'll lay there, and this will stop, and this guy will be gone. And this will stop. Maybe for good this time. Last time it was a year and a half. A year and a half it stopped, you guys. Maybe it'll stop for good this time. Maybe it'll stop for 2 years this time. Maybe it'll stop for good. Maybe they're sick of this guy sending me to the hospital. Maybe they're sick of it. Maybe the hospital's sick of seeing me down there. And they have to take over the hospital and everything else. Maybe they're sick of this crap. Maybe these agencies are sick of this crap. Maybe they're sick of this guy. They don't like these people, you guys. They're not sitting there saying, oh yeah, they're a bunch of good guys and want him to date my daughter and all this stuff. They're sick of these people, you guys. In the beginning of our programs, they kind of ran everything. They ran the police and everything else. They don't do that anymore. They have no power anymore. They don't run the police. They can't have a police officer come here. I can make videos about anything. They can't have a police officer come here and arrest me, take me to the psych ward. Oh, you're crazy, you're delusional. Oh, you're making these videos and you think you're one of these people and all this stuff and all this stuff. They can't do that anymore. They can't have a police officer come here with a counselor or whatever and have me locked up. They don't have that power anymore. Their power goes away, in the beginning, they're trying to sensitize you and trying to, sensitize you to certain things and banging and street theater and all this stuff in the beginning. They have a lot of power. That power goes away and they don't have any power anymore. This idiot, he can't call up the police and say, oh yeah, I want to lock him up. Go there and lock him up because he's making videos and all. I've been making videos for years and years and years so far, and they can't do anything. They can't take my videos down. They these agencies don't care that I'm making videos. These perps do care that I'm making videos, and they have no power. They're not going to take my videos down and hack my page and all this stuff because they're so threatened by me. They're, and all this stuff, So they don't have any power as much as they used to. I even noticed that the last time I was in the hospital, I noticed they didn't have any power. Whoever was down there, let them know they didn't have any power. I wasn't going to be locked up for talking about this and all this stuff. They were telling the nurses what to say and stuff. I'd go out there and be like, can I get out of here already? Are they going to release me? And the nurse would say, oh yeah, if you go home. Well, if I'm not going home, then put me somewhere. You know, they put me in this little room to punish me, and that's what they like to do. They like to punish you for stuff, you know. I'm getting punished right now. I'm getting punished right now for what? Why am I getting punished? Because I'm out of heartburn medication, so I'm getting punished now. The guy's like, oh, we're going to give him heartburn. We're going to give him heartburn. We're going to make his whole insides hurt. And we're going to give him heartburn because he's out of medication that he doesn't need in the first place. He doesn't need that medication in the first place. They're creating a problem, and then you have to solve it. So how do you solve it? You go to the doctor and say, I'm having heartburn, and they put you on medications. It's all created by these people. It's all created by these people. I went to the doctor. I said, my feet itch every night, sometimes for 8 hours. He's like, what? That's crazy. I'll try this medication. We'll do blood work, and then we'll do this medication, and see if that fixes the problem. Well, it didn't fix the problem. But they're still making my feet itch, because they want me on this medication I don't need. My body doesn't need this medication. And that's what these people do. They'll create a problem, and then you have to go to the doctor to try to solve the problem. And if you run out of medication, they're going to make your feet itch every single night. If you run out of medication, they're going to give you heartburn every single night until you get that prescription filled. And this is what they do. And I guess that's called hypergame theory. Hypergame theory, what Brian too talks about. Hypergame theory. So they're giving you heartburn. You run to the doctor. I need some medication. You take your medication. They stop doing it. You run out of medication. Oh, you're out of medication? We're going to give you heartburn. And we're going to do it until you get medication refilled. You're going to take this medication you don't need. Hypergame theory. And that's what these people do in this program, and that's the name of the game. I don't know what they're doing in here, but they're making me super uncomfortable, and they're giving me heartburn and all this stuff, and heartburn hurts. They do it so it hurts, you guys. So you almost can't take it. And I don't have any medication right now. I called to get my medication refilled. They have to contact the doctor to do it because it expired. So they got to wait on the doctor to send the prescription up there and get this filled. Maybe I'll call tonight and see if they got that done. Then my relative can pick it up tomorrow after work, so I have some medication. So they'll stop. Hypergame theory. Brian 2's right. That's what they do. So anyway, other than that, remember, if you watch my videos, you guys, for a while, I told you Frank Allen was going to disappear. I told you that months ago. I said Frank Allen's going to be the next one that disappears. He's been missing his calls. He's been throwing a fit. I'm not getting paid to be here. Oh my God, all this stuff. And I told you, and he's a perp. He's a perp, and he is going to be the next one that disappears. Neil was a perp. Neil did calls for years, and Neil was a perp. He threw a fit, and he's, oh my God, you're all perps on here anyway. I'm not doing my call anymore. Oh. He threw a fit, and his call ended. Okay, so I just heard tonight, Frank Allen is not having his call anymore. Oh, they're making me burp. And it's going up here. And it burns. Because I'm drinking cola in a drink too. So cola is not the best thing to drink right now. Milk would be a good thing to drink. But it's going up here, and this is what they're doing. It's very uncomfortable, and that's what they're doing to me. But anyway, so Frank Allen's gone. He's gone, you guys. Not doing his call anymore, So he didn't do his call tonight. He, said, "Oh, I'm not doing my call anymore. Oh, I'm done doing them. Done doing my calls and all this stuff." So I told you that guy. I told you that months ago. I said he is a perp, and he's gonna be the next one that disappears. It's been coming on for a while. He's done now. No more Frank Allen calls. done. Left the community. He's done. He's a perp. His job is done. And maybe somebody else will take over his calls now. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe they're a perp. But this is what they do in these programs. They, some of these guys stick around for years, you guys. Like Derek, been around for 10 years. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere, But, some of these perps come in and they'll stick around for a couple years and stuff. But all these perps on these calls that talk, most of them, there are a few real ones that talk. I'm not saying everyone's fake. There are real, a few of them that are real, like Dutch. Dutch is a real TI. He gets tortured big time. He's like 80 years old. He's a real TI. There's a few of them that are real. But most of them, they come on the calls and they talk and they talk and they talk. And they make a name for themselves, and they start calls, and they want to do all this activism, and oh my God, I'm a real TI, I'm brand new to the community, let's activism, and let's do all this stuff. And then a couple months later, they disappear. A couple months later. They don't want to go and live a normal life. They're fake. They interchange these perps all the time. They interchange them all the time. That's what they do. They come on these calls, they make a name for themselves, they stick around for a few months, and they disappear. And this is, this Insomnia lady, or Sonia, whatever her name is. She's having calls like 3 days a week and having David Rubel on and all this stuff. She's going to be gone in a couple months. I guarantee it. She's going to be gone. Everything that I say comes true. I told you guys a couple months ago. I said Frank Allen is going to be the next one to disappear. He's gone tonight. They're like, oh, he's not doing his calls anymore. He's gone. So, and I told you that. That's what they do with these perps. Some of them stick around for a while and then they disappear. Some of them stick around for a few months, they disappear. Some of them hop on a call for a couple times, then they disappear. This is the game. This is what they do in this program. So I just want to say that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. Not much going on here. I'm having a couple drinks. I'm not very happy because they're messing with my body, and stuff. So, Happy New Year, you guys. I know you guys wish me Happy New Year's and stuff. Happy New Year to you. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and we're going to party. So, that's what we're going to do if I'm not in the hospital. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And we'll see you tomorrow.